For the past 2 weekends, the Modern Warfare 2 Beta has dropped, and I've put in 8 days of grinding and testing to bring you this video. So first of all, I want to go over the major changes that I think are the most important things to touch over of what's coming in the game, or what they've shown us. So first thing, there's no red dot when you shoot. I don't like this because it makes people rely on sound, and people already have elephant footsteps, and it encourages camping, and they're largely rewarding people that do the camping playstyle. So when you run into games, you're going to get a lot of people just stationary and not moving about the map, and the gameplay gets much slower. Second major change is there's no name tags on enemy players. This just makes it very hard to see people. Like in the first 2 days, your teammates are shooting each other because you can't really tell. A lot of people's vision is based on movement, so if anything moves, you're thinking, well, I might as well shoot it because it's either my teammate or an enemy player. You don't want to take that risk. So I think they should do something to help differentiate between your teammate and enemy player, because it just makes it hard to see. Another major change they've had is that they've changed the perk system. So they've kind of mixed perks with specialist. If you played the last Modern Warfare, you will know what specialist is. Basically, as you get kills, you unlock your perks as you go. It's kind of things just for sweats. But so the way this game works is you start off with 2 base perks that are always active. You then have 2 more. A bonus perk which is unlocked at 4 minutes without getting any kills, and an ultimate perk which is earned at 8 minutes without any kills. Obviously, the more kills you get, the quicker you get the perk. I think each kill takes about 12 seconds off the timer. After using it for a while, I don't like it. I get they're trying to shake things up, but I think it kind of messes with your playstyle when you're trying to fully customize it. Like, I don't want to have to wait 4 minutes for a quick fix to unlock as a bonus perk, and then 8 minutes for ghost. If you had maybe, I don't know, 3 perks and then an ultimate perk, maybe that would work better. But this one, you have to wait to get your perks, and I don't really see the point, because your base perks are just always there, and then the other ones you get are temporary. In the ultimate perks, they are quite powerful. There's a perk called Eagle Eye, which essentially gives you a much better UAV. So if you had that all the time, that would be very bad. But other perks like quick fix, I don't think you should be waiting for that quick fix. It's very standard. And if you get snowballed, and what snowballing means is if you basically get smoked by the other team quickly, a good player will get their perks quickly anyway. So then it kind of puts people who aren't that good or decide to camp at a disadvantage. And if you're camping, don't really care. If you're not as good but you have to wait for your perks, that might help you be a bit better at the game. That's not very fair. Now, in terms of movement, you can no longer slide cancel, and in terms of like tactical insertion, you can't reload cancel either. I'm not too fussed about these because it's kind of nerfing how good the sweats can be. I'm not gonna lie, I slide cancelled everywhere in the last game and it made you a beast. But if you slide cancel and press L2, which is your ADS, you're not going to be able to be as quick as you used to be. So in this game, people have already found a workaround. Everyone's just bunny hopping, which I don't think is a good thing, because you will be abusing the boost aim assist gives you when you're jumping and going in the air. Like, there's some people who will jump round the corner and just get instant headshots, and it's not that great. So it's unfortunate that the muscle memory will go away. Like, it's still a waste. On larger maps, the gameplay feels quite slower, but now, yeah, people are just bunny hopping everywhere. So it's not to say there isn't a workaround, you just can't slide cancel or reload cancel anymore. Kill streaks. This kind of pissed me off a bit. This is like the thing that hurt my soul so much. They nerfed the chopper gunner, my favorite flipping kill streak. I don't know if this was intentional or not, but you can still fire weapons. So like the main machine gun and the rockets, you can still fire them, but the chopper gunner is stationary. Like, you can't move it around the map. So I don't know why they did it. I don't like it. Activision, you bastards, please change this, because I missed the chopper gunner. That was my whole thing, and now the chopper gunners are shit. And also, my first chopper gunner I got was on a map with a roof, so I didn't get any kills, which is mad depressing. Couldn't even save it. A couple of the kill streaks were also buggy. So like, if it's something like that was on the foot, like a sentry gun, that was fine. VTOL didn't work. It just wouldn't deploy for some reason. I'm assuming this is just because it's in beta. But yeah, you lot gotta make sure the kill streaks are good, because you're messing up my gameplay. Cool. Gunsmith. The gunsmith's back to normal, kind of. So you don't get as much information as the past 2 games. So in like Cold War and Vanguard, you know, values for ADS speed, all that extra stuff like horizontal recoil control, all that stuff you didn't really need, that's gone. But that's not necessarily a bad thing, because when it got to those games coming out, it became quite overwhelming to make builds, because there was so much information and data that you had to consider. It's nice to have that information when making gun builds that have 20 attachments. We're now back down to 5 attachments, so we don't really need all that information. But it's much more simple now. It'd be nice to have that information, but the gunsmith just lets it. We're back to normal now. It's just simple builds. You got 5 attachments, make the gun how you want. Now if we're talking about gun attachment progression, they only let us, the highest a gun went to in the beta was level 20, and there was much more attachments we couldn't get. But if you unlock an attachment for a specific class, so for example undergrip for either an AR, a sub, or a shotty, you unlock it for all guns in that class. So if you get a specific rear grip for an AR, that's on all your ARs now. If you get a specific grip or attachment for your shotty and you unlock it on one shotgun, you unlock it for all your shotguns. So I like that, because it kind of takes away from, what is it, Modern Warfare, like the first M4 went up to like level 71, and it was just like, you're only using 5 attachments anyway, you don't need it. You don't flipping need it. Cool, I want to get into the maps. I'm not going to get too much into this because it's a Call of Duty game. You get what you get. If you don't like the maps, you're just not going to play it. Like the last few Call of Duties, whatever maps you liked, you just played those, and if there was a map you didn't like, you would just leave the lobby. They gave us 4 multiplayer maps and 2 invasion maps. Invasion is the 20v20, kind of similar to ground war, plunder kind of thing. So if we've gone to the multiplayer maps, they gave us 4. I only like 2 of them. Farm was okay if you're playing like objective based games mode, so if you're playing like domination, hardpoint. Greenberg Hotel was flipping lovely. I got a majority of my clips on this map. The little car park area I don't like, but that map was good on team deathmatch, domination, hardpoint, like it was fine. The museum map and Las Almas, whatever the 4th map was, those were shit, respectfully. I didn't like those maps at all. I don't think they flowed well. TDM was like mad slow, and then when you did run into someone, they were camping in the back. Museum kind of grew on me. The better you get at the game, just the easier things get. If you have domination on the museum map, it kind of forces you to run into people. Other than that, you just run into people that don't touch grass. But that's just my opinion. To quickly go into the positives, not too many positives because I wasn't overly impressed, but the guns feel really good, and that was the kind of main selling point for Modern Warfare 2019. The gunplay and just the guns in general felt really good. I think that the problem with the past 2 Call of Duties is that one felt arcadey, but then the guns didn't really, like the Cold War, the bullet velocity played such a factor that your guns didn't even reach the end of Nuketown. And then Vanguard, kind of the same thing. You had a lot more customization. It felt slightly better, but again, the guns just didn't feel like they were hitting. In this game, although bullet velocity is a factor, the guns felt normal. It felt really good. Until I think I had like over 1,000 hours in COD 2019. So until I put those hours into this game, I can't really compare it to that, but the game looks very promising gunplay wise. Mid-range fights, all the guns you expect to do well in mid-range fights, as on assault rifles, battle rifles, they felt fine. Shotguns and subs are crazy up close, and they didn't give us any marksman rifles besides a different version of the Mark II, and only gave us 1 sniper. So again, they didn't give us much to work with. But yeah, there's not much to say other than that. Normally when betas drop, they give us like a broken gun. So like when Cold War dropped, the Uzi was broken. The Uzi was like a shotgun, a submachine gun, a sniper, all in one, with the movement of a submachine gun. Vanguard had broken guns as well. There was nothing broken in this, which is great. You can't ask for anything more, because it's annoying when you want to test out a whole game and everyone's running around with something broken. So there was nothing OP in this. I didn't feel I was at a disadvantage using what I wanted to use. Just to give a quick summary, my overall opinion, it was mad fun. It took a while to get used to. Like the first 2 days I was shit, and then after that I was King Dans again. So I enjoyed it a lot. They didn't give much away. Like, I don't want this to sound very plain or like self-explanatory, but it's literally Modern Warfare 2.0. Like, there's nothing really new, innovative. It's just 2019 updated. And because I can't play the old game no more, I'm probably gonna buy this and play it and hope they don't break it this time. So yeah, thanks for watching.